Welcome to another episode of
Significant Fathers.
See that every time. I don't know why.
That one was a little different.
Yes, it was a little different, but it was actually the same thing. I mean, it's the same words. What do I expect? You know, what's going on? What's going on in the world today? How are we feeling about the government? How are we feeling about the militias? How are we feeling about the astral projections that we have every night when we go to sleep?
Well, I feel a lot of things about a lot of things.
Do you feel my body on your body?
Specifically about the aliens.
Whoa. I have a fear of aliens, and I do not want to, listen, the more we learn about aliens, the less I'm here for it, all right? If they're real, cool, all right? I'm just scared. I've always had this fear, ever since I was little, that they were going to come back and take me back to my home planet. Like, at this point in time,
they probably will.
Go for it, because it might be better. They might have something better going on than here. Because right now it is a fire, a dumpster fire in both senses, because the earth is continuously heating up.
Yes.
But we also are in a place of non-stop chaos.
That's true.
So maybe I should stop being scared of aliens and let them happen.
No, I just think it's funny that people have been like, oh, the UFO. What was that one? And they were like, oh, we shot it down, but we can't find it. We can't find
Was that Alaska?
There was two, I think, Alaska and somewhere else. And they're like, we can't find it, so oh well. Like, what you mean, oh well?
Like, I know UFO does not mean aliens, okay?
No, I know.
Unidentified
I'm not sitting here with a tinfoil hat on or anything.
I just took mine off for this podcast. I didn't want to have any interference. But I'm just saying, like, anything you shoot out of the sky, maybe you should see what it is. Like, if something, if a bug flew in the house and I killed it, I'm going to inspect it. What kind of bug was this? Yeah. Was I in any danger?
Right.
I'm not just going to be like, I killed a bug. I don't know where it went.
Was it something venomous or something that could have stung me? Like, because if there's more, I need to know. You know what I mean? Like, that's really freaking wild, man.
I mean, that's almost like if you saw a UFO and was just like, it's gone. Because it's like, oh, there was a roach in here.
You know what's funny? The United States never wants to mind their business until something like this. They're like, no, I'm going to mind my business. I'm like, well, why? You don't be minding your business any other time.
Now, there was a problem in another country, and I have to go see what it is. But in this country, bro, we keep it above the belt, okay? We don't delve any deeper.
Nope, not my problem. It's like, okay, whatever, I guess.
It's wild.
And then that TikTok that you sent me, if the snow, quote unquote, snow, that was crazy. That's like,
the vinyl chloride.
Yeah, raining because that snow was not melting when it hit the hot tub. Yeah. That's pretty nuts.
Plastic snow. Ooh, Tay Zonday needs to come back. Chocolate rain. He needs to.
Plastic
rain. It looks like snow but doesn't melt. Plastic rain. Yeah, Tay Zonday, come on down. I missed that show. Like, I'm sure it's still on air. Wheel of Fortune? No, it's not Wheel of Fortune.
That's
Sorry.
Price is Right,
Jeopardy.
isn't it?
Price is Right. I was gonna keep saying shows until I got it right.
You would have got there eventually.
Yeah.
That is that's the Price is Right.
Yeah.
I loved watching that. Like, you know when you're like sick, home from school.
Yeah.
That's the best.
I try to be sick as much as possible.
I'd be trying to guess. I wouldn't be very good on that show because my guesses were always off.
Yeah. Even now they still would be.
Yeah. I would have to like study prices of things before I went on that. I would just like be browsing the internet for things.
Like, you would have to do, because it's never like, oh, well, you're going to guess the certain object. It's like, I mean, maybe if you watch it long enough, you'd figure out what type of objects you have that are possibly going to be lined up.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, I know, like, sometimes it's like if you get it close, but I'm not going to guess, oh, that's $27.63. Why the hell would I guess that specific? I'd be like, that's probably, like, around $25, $26. Like, I'm not going to...
They're like, man, this is a new car.
Super out of touch.
$26, $27. Yeah, it's hard for me to get $26, $27. So the car prices are kind of whack.
That would be hard now, too, because the price of so much stuff has went up. And I'm like, oh, well, I remember this thing from forever ago. It's like $300. So like, now it's $900. And I'm like, what the hell? What do you mean?
What are you buying here? Like what?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like,
I know. Go from 300 to 900. Yo, we gotta find that person that's making that and beat them. Okay,
literally.
You can't be jumping stuff to $600 plus.
Right.
Nah.
No, but some stuff, like, I literally have no idea. Some stuff is way cheaper than I thought it would be, and some stuff's way more expensive. I'm just terrible at gauging that.
No, that's fair. Me too. Sometimes. Well, I mean, I'm in the store a lot, so, I could probably be like, oh, that's like, are we talking about Walmart prices or are we talking about regular prices? That's the difference.
I'm like, what store are you shopping at?
Because
Tell me
I know
that.
Walmart prices. Like, if you gave me Sears prices,
Sears.
RIP, that'd be probably something totally different. And that's why they're out of business. Because of Walmart.
Right. But they had it all going for them. They had clothes, they had appliances, they had a photography.
Yeah, they had everything.
Yeah.
It was Walmart before Walmart. Was it? I think Walmart was still around at the same time.
I'll Google.
I think Walmart was it's like early 90s. Late, early 90s?
What?
It's both, actually. There was a place called and then a Mart, and then they came together in Walmart.
Put them together.
Sam Walton is the the head of Walmart. I mean, he died a long time ago, but
yeah,
you know what I mean. The mascot. He's the mascot. Oh my God! Every Walmart should have a replica of Sam Walton in front of the store as the door greeter. But
that's a huge difference. Walmart was founded in 1962.
Oh.
Sears was founded in 1893.
That's why Sears is gone. Sears is racist. Sears is built off racism. As I'm sure Walmart is in the 1960s, but also in the 1800s.
I'm going to be honest, I'm sure it all is. Anything old.
Yeah.
Also, rich people, can't trust them.
No. And you know what? When I become rich and you feel like you can't trust me, fine. Good. Don't trust me.
What's crazy is I didn't know a lot of this stuff was that old. J.C. Penney started in 1902.
Okay, that's fair.
Kmart 1899. Wait, is that right? I think they're lying. Hold on.
I mean, this is fair. Most of these stores you're listing are not around anymore.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, J.C. Penney's is still around, but like
barely. Yeah, it was 1899.
It's like hanging onto a cliff, and it's like in like a little cartoon. All the little fingers are falling.
Home Depot's pretty new, 1978. As far as like a big store, like this.
Lowe's has been around for a minute. Not like Kmart. But
Dillard's 1938.
Dillard's.
Kohl's 1962. Same year as Walmart.
Dang.
Let's look up Lowe's.
Give me some Lowe's facts.
1954.
1954.
Oh wait, no. I clicked on the wrong thing. 1921.
Oh my god.
Lowe's is pretty old.
They're pretty old. Like there's a store that I've seen called Lowe's, but I'm not sure if it's the same thing. But it's like, what'd you find?
Sherwin-Williams.
Sherwin-Williams, the paint.
Isn't it like a hardware store or something?
Oh, I thought it was just paint. Interesting.
Damn, I literally don't know. Hold on. What is it?
See, because every time I see it, it's in Lowe's, Home Depot. Lowe's.
Let's see. What is a Sherwin-Williams?
What is a Sherwin-Williams? Okay, so
I've heard commercials about it. I'm just not sure.
It's paint. Every time you see it as a commercial, it's paint.
True, but is it just paint?
I'm not sure about that part. That part is up in the air.
Well, we're gonna find out. Yes, it is paint. It's just paint. It was founded in 1866. That was a long time ago.
What were they using as paint? Do they still have the same formula? I can't trust anything past 2000.
Even now?
21.
Like last 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. Even barely now. Big Lots 1967. Who knew?
Big Lots. I mean, but okay. Here's my problem with Big Lots, all right? Listen, Big Lots, you're always hiring, okay? You're always hiring, but never hiring. I never see the same people in the store, like ever. Every time I go on a Big Lots, and true. I give it to you, it's sparingly, all right? I go on the Big Lots maybe 2 times a year. And half the time, the 2 times a year is back to back. Like, I went there once. Oh, we're going to go there again. And then we never go again until the next year. But that's not the point. The point is, every time I go in there, I never see the same people. And you always have a
Maybe
hiring
they have a
sale.
very high turnover rate. Maybe people hate working there.
It makes sense too, because nobody's ever
But nobody's ever in the store.
I would love.
You wouldn't have any. You don't have much to do. I've never seen a Big Lots busy.
No.
Ever. There's
Big Lots, yeah, because the parking lot is empty. It's huge.
I mean, maybe Big Lots in other cities, but in ours, there's like max, including the workers, like 10 people in there at a time, including us and the workers.
No, that's everywhere. That's everywhere. Every Big Lots I've ever been to has never been crowded.
How do they stay in big? But I like Big Lots.
I like Big Lots too.
I enjoy going in Big Lots.
It's like one of those the duck things. Like when you have like people inside the store, you're like, oh, I love Big Lots. We should go here more. But when you go in a store and it's like empty and it feels kind of like an apocalypse is happening.
Yeah.
You're like, maybe Big Lots isn't the move. But every time you go in there, you're like, oh, these are great deals.
Yeah, I know. Like, I mean, I have a couple pieces of furniture from there. Like this wardrobe is from there. I get that it's like
the fireplace.
The fireplace we have in here is from Big Lots too, and I get that it's not like high quality. It's like the little smushed together wood. What is that called?
I don't know. Compression wood?
No, it's a term.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
No. The smushed together wood?
There's a term and I can't think of what it's called. Hold on.
That's called two guys having a great night. And smushed together wood. How am I supposed to know what compression wood is?
I got you. Hold on.
Okay.
Pressed wood.
Okay.
Is that all? No,
really?
I heard I swear to God, I'm thinking of something else.
I just take the word come off the word, and it's compression wood. So pressed wood. Technically right. No, I had no idea. That's ridiculous. What is that?
It's not like solid wood. It's like the stuff that like all the furniture's made out of. It's like, it looks like plywood almost. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I've been poor my whole life. Everything I've ever had has been that wood. I just thought it was wood.
Like this. No, I know. Same. God damn it. Same. I'm just saying it's not like actual piece of wood. And I know that stuff like breaks like easy sometimes, but I was like, for our use, it works fine.
No, I don't even know why it's a thing. Like, okay, regular wood,
I mean,
I
sure,
get
like
it's heavy.
IKEA furniture and stuff is probably the same.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah. It's like, you making a lot of noise over there, woman.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to, my foot's completely numb. It's asleep. I was sitting on it. I'm trying to readjust my legs.
No, I'm confused because all the wood works fine.
No, yeah, just, you know how when I had those bookcases, how after a while they're like, how they like started falling over and breaking, and then like how the shelf in their room, the little cubby shelf thing is like that. That's just what happened.
But those are things that have like whack backs.
It does have whack backs, but I think it's just where the holes are drilled in it, like it.
That makes sense.
Too much pressure on it. It's easy to, so it's just like, that's what I mean. But like, that's really good.
That has a whack. The wardrobe over here has a decent back, right? It doesn't have that back that you put on that you have to nail into. Because if there's a piece of wood as a back, then that makes a difference.
It has a piece of wood as a back.
that makes a difference.
Yeah, it's a little more sturdy.
Like whenever you buy stuff that's made out of, I guess, pressed wood and it doesn't have a back on it, that's when it's like, you're playing with gravity and physics, because you're gonna put stuff on top of it. You just can't move it around like a regular heavy wood thing. Because, I mean, I don't want anything that's wood. Termites.
I mean, it'd be really heavy.
Heavy.
I mean, termites would still eat that.
I mean, they can. They eat right through it. It'd be gone.
But no, like, obviously real wood's heavy.
Do termites eat anything else other than like wood in the foundation of a house? Like, do they just like start eating fabric?
I don't think they eat fabric. I think it's just wood.
What a weird species of animal.
Let me see.
Bug, insect, to just, I only eat this particular thing. Herbivores. Right. Never mind. You know what? It's not that weird.
Also, this kind of went back. Target was 1902.
That makes sense.
Kroger was 1883.
1880. That makes sense as well, because it seems newer. Oh, you said 18. I was saying 19. You can't list numbers to me. I can't see them.
1883. Kroger is old. Costco was 1976, so that's newer.
I listen, when you're listing numbers to me, I'm not going to be able to keep it in my head. I thought you said 1983, 1990 something, and I was like, "Oh, that's decent. That's recent."
18. Best Buy is 1966. I'm like, what were they selling then?
Best Buy? They were
probably appliances. Hey, because I'm like, there wasn't.
Would you like a lantern?
Literally, like.
This oil lantern is way better than the wick lantern you have.
Oh, no, termites eat wood, plants, carpet, insulation, cardboard, sheetrock, fabric, animal shit.
Maybe we need to get more termites.
What?
Like,
so our house can fall.
No. I mean, like, do they have, like...
We did have termite damage.
Termite be gone?
Yeah.
So, like, you put that around where you don't want them to eat?
Well...
And you just throw them, like, if you put termites in a hole... And you just like use that as a, oh my God, I solved the world's problems.
Did you?
We get termites, put them in a well, an empty well. Every time we want to throw food away, give it to the termites.
But I don't know if they'll eat that.
All right, well, something will.
Something.
We have different...
Pigs. That's what you use pigs for. They eat anything. They eat slop.
Yeah, but we eat pigs.
No, you keep some to not eat.
It's like you run out.
You give them food. Publix 1930.
You ever see that TikTok? Did I see that TikTok where the guy was like, "Where's the bacon coming from?" It's like
no.
There's always bacon. And in Walmart, every time you go to Walmart, they're never out of bacon.
Oh yeah, you did tell me.
Where are the pigs?
There's like hella pigs somewhere being slaughtered.
Like, have you ever seen a pig farm? No.
No.
But where's the bacon coming from? Actually, you know what? I'm doing it exactly as he did it, and I know what TikTok it is now that I said it. It's those guys that have the podcast, the one that laughs like, he's like laughing while he talks.
Oh.
I can't remember the name of the podcast.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, but, yeah. Okay, so we just get different whales, right? You get the pig one, you get the not.
They need to be in a whale.
Because you don't want them to escape.
That's why they have a pen.
No, not for the pigs, for the termites.
Oh, okay. I was like, why are you going to put pigs in a well? Okay, sorry.
We take the termites, put them in a well, right? And then we throw the stuff that they eat inside of it, like the excess stuff, right? That gets rid of half the trash. The pigs will eat the other trash. Then we use, like, say we got decaying meat. We just go ahead, get some piranhas, throw that in the water. They'll eat anything. Like, we're good. Like, I think we're not using animals enough to keep the world, going. I'm sure something eats plastic. There's some bug that eats plastic. There's like a plastic eating ant or something.
They probably will die.
Why? Not if they're built for it.
I mean, I guess.
I'm a plastic eating marmonite.
Yeah. I was looking at it because it was just like really low on my side.
Oh. I mean, I can still hear you.
You can hear me fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out, one world problem after the other.
Well. Sometimes
I could do it.
I think you can do it.
Absolutely, I can.
You should bring this to some...
the UN.
Whoever is in charge of doing things.
Listen, everybody, listen, all the countries, you guys have to listen to me. We get termites.
They're going to be like, okay, you fucking lunatic.
Okay, but listen, we got people that are like, the aliens. I'm trying to figure out how to fix what we have here, okay?
Right.
You can worry about the aliens. That's other people's jobs, okay?
That's not our biggest issue. We have bigger fish to fry.
Speaking of fish, the every time fish start dying, piranhas.
That's true.
I'm sure that
you know what? I was genuinely worried about piranhas when I was a kid.
Absolutely.
I was like, holy shit, I'm going to go swimming and I could get eaten by piranhas.
Absolutely. And you know what helped fuel that?
What?
That movie where it's just piranhas. Mm-hmm. Like Jaws, but piranhas. Was that movie called Piranhas?
I think so.
Probably.
Because there's one called like Double D or something.
It's
just
Piranhas
a bunch
3D.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thought it was Double D.
For boobs?
No, I think...
Double D. Why would it be Double D?
Because they're just naked people.
Oh. I think you're on the wrong website.
No.
I think you, I think you're on the wrong
website.
It's Piranhas 3D.
Nope. Piranhas 3
Double D.
Double D.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Okay, that makes sense because it's a play on words. No, no, visit the website.
Told you.
Because you might go to a
no. It is
website.
Listen. It is a 2012 American 3D horror comedy film and sequel to the 2010 film Piranhas 3D.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It's
then.
like a parody.
It's a sequel.
A sequel, yeah, but it's like a funny comedy horror.
Yeah. No, that fueled my fear of piranhas. I was like, yo, this is gonna be a constant problem. Just like freaking quicksand.
I really thought quicksand would just be out here and I'd be falling in it. I was so worried.
Piranhas and quicksand were like the two things I was like, I'm gonna run into these on daily occasions.
I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna walk outside, be like, it's a great day. It rained previously. I don't know how quicksand is made. It rained previously. I walk outside, all of a sudden, oh no, I'm stuck.
Right.
Me not knowing in my brain, the more I wiggle, the more I sink. Here I am. Just the end of me in quicksand. But after I've seen a couple things on TikTok, you realize that you can just like slowly get out of it. It doesn't really. It's
not like it is in the movies.
Yeah, it's
and
when
the
you
cartoons
wiggle.
too.
Yeah, when you wiggle a lot, that's when it sucks you in more. But if you slowly pull yourself out, you got it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that made me kind of feel a little bit at ease. So
right,
I'm not gonna be worried about that.
I mean, I panic though, so if I would
you'll be gone.
Still would be hard.
I mean, most things will take you out because you freak out first.
That's true.
Like, driving is hard because you're one of those people.
Yeah.
Like, even when I'm in the car and I'm driving, you're like,
I am.
I'm like, bro, keep cool, man. You got to make sure you got a way out of this. Speaking of that, I feel like driving tests should be annual. I feel like we should be doing tests annually for people to drive. Because, Annually, yeah. That's
too much.
I mean, parking, maneuvering.
I mean, honestly, though.
Because I'm driving every day. And every day I see some stupid people driving. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why did you speed up to get in front of me? To get back into the turning lane where you were?
No, it's so stupid. And then people can't park either.
No, parking.
And they park like buttholes. And I'm like, I wish I could write you a parking ticket.
I know. Citizens parking tickets would be fantastic.
Right.
Because I saw a guy pull up in a truck. He had a big truck. But, I mean, you still fit into a regular parking spot. He double parked just because he's like, I'm in a big truck.
I'm in a big truck. Get your stupid big truck out of here.
And, like, he got out of the car and stared at me the whole time. And I'm like, bro, what? I don't care that you're doing it.
You want a kiss or something?
I mean, he was not cute. But, to prove a point, I would have kissed him.
He'd probably get really upset. Oh, yeah. You remember those dumbass kids that what did they do? They like turned in front of us. What were they doing?
Oh,
yeah, yeah. They turned and it like held like I don't remember.
Slow down turn. Like they turned but
they were in a freaking SUV that was squatted, which I hate. Which I that makes me absolutely angry. I think I'm getting too old because now I'm like I hate teenagers.
Nah, teenagers are really awful.
Like, I see them driving around, and they're always doing something stupid, and, like, cutting people off, like, parking weird. I'm like, I hate teenagers that can drive. They
so
irritate the piss out of me.
Because a lot of people, like, it's really weird that you notice that, like, 25 is where, like, that teenage years stop. Like, you're kind of like, oh, snap, maybe I shouldn't be doing some stupid crap, like, turning in front of full traffic because I got it. They'll stop.
Right.
Like, people walking across the street.
Right.
They just, you know what? I'm going to say this. If there's a white person in front of me that's walking across the street and like cars are coming and they start walking, I'll walk with them. I'm like, they're not going to hit this white person. They're not. Because they're going to get yelled at.
They're going to get yelled at.
How dare you hit me with your car? Do you know who I am?
Pedestrian.
No, a pedestrian.
The thing that sucks, and it's annoying when people just step out in front of you in a parking lot, pedestrians do have the right of way in a parking lot. And I'm like, well, if I'm not paying attention for 1 second and you step out in front of me, that's on you if I hit you. Like, you're supposed to wait if there's a car coming.
Nah, here's my thing. I know the right of way, right? I know it. Absolutely. I know when I walk at a crosswalk, I have the right of way. But
I don't trust
exactly my point. I trust no one. Okay.
I don't trust that someone's not gonna run me over because they could be like on the phone arguing with somebody, look down and text somebody back.
Just having a bad day and being like, I gotta poop.
Yeah.
And you in the way. I don't know why you didn't park. I don't poop in public.
Or they're like looking in the backseat yelling at their kids or something. No, thank you.
Just run me right over. But they take their slow time walking across the street. They're like, oh my God, I don't need to rush. I be running across the street.
And even when people stop and like wave for me to go across and they stop and they like do the little hand thing, I go fast. I'm not moseying across there like I'm on a Sunday stroll. I hate when people you let them go and then they take forever. It's like, listen, if I let you go,
I'm sprinting.
Put knees to chest. Get up, go.
Listen, I'm sprinting. All right,
around.
I've seen enough white people run out of patience. Okay, and they go, you know what? And that's the last thing you want to hear. Okay, you know what? I've had it, and they just run right over you.
Like the whole time, if someone stops and like waves for me to go, I'm like, I kind of slightly jog and then I like wave to him and I'm like, thank you, mouth, thank you, and like jog. And I'm like, please don't run me over. I'm trying to get out of your way as fast as possible since you let me go.
Same. I run. I'm not sauntering. I'm not doing a little, ooh, they got time today.
A little strut.
Nope. I'm not fashion walking. I'm out here. I'm missing my plane. Like I'm sprinting like that.
Right.
I was supposed to get here at 2:05. It's 2:06. The plane hasn't taken off yet. When is it going to take off? In a matter of seconds. I'm running.
Also, another thing that I think is crazy is like people that like let their kids walk in a parking lot, like small kids.
Yeah.
I'm like, they don't pay attention. Nobody's going to notice your tiny little kid. Like, I wouldn't want Ronan walking across the parking lot until she's like
40.
much older. Like,
yeah.
I'm going to carry her. Or, like, carry her into the store, and then she can get down, maybe. But, like, or, like, be holding hands. It's funny when, like, not funny, like, funny in a bad way. That people are just like, yeah, it's fine. I'm not even going to hold this kid's hand. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Hold on to that kid. Kids are crazy.
They'll fly away. The wind is strong out here.
They'll just run out in front of a car, and people don't be paying attention.
Yeah. The earth is rotating pretty quickly. You never know when you just get taken up in it.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's taken away.
Having a rough one, you know? Oh, speaking of walking across stores, why are people so weird about receipts?
What do you mean?
Like when you're walking out of Walmart, right? Yeah. They're like, oh, let me look at your receipt. Why are people like, why are you want to look at my receipt?
I don't know. See, it's weird. The people that are like whining about it are not even people that are stealing. So I'm like, just hand them the damn receipt.
Like 100%. I'm like, yo, these people are looking at your receipt just to be like,
to keep their job.
Cool.
They don't care if you're stealing.
I'm not itemizing your objects. I'm just going, I looked at it. The camera saw that I looked at it. I'm moving on. Literally.
It doesn't make any sense. I hate seeing those stupid posts on Facebook. It's like, if you're going to make me bag my own groceries, then if you make me do self-checkout, then don't check my receipt. You trust me then if you're making me. It's like, I would rather do self-checkout and you can look at my receipt. I literally do not. It's literally not taking any time out of my day than normal.
It's faster.
It is
self-checkout is 12 times faster than waiting for the line of people to get rung up by one person.
Yeah, I don't understand. People are so weird when they say that. I'm like, why are you yelling about them checking your receipt? They don't even check it like that. It's not like they're holding you up for 20 minutes and opening every one of your bags and matching it to the receipt. Like, if they were doing all that, I'd be like, listen, this is a lot, and I'm trying to get out of the store sometime today. That would take forever.
It sounds like you should be sitting out in your little fancy dress with your little umbrella and you're playing squash or whatever they play in the little English shows where they're like royalty. Oh, Lordy.
Oh, and,
nope, sorry, that's not the Riley accent.
What?
Oh, Lordy. No, it actually is. That is. Oh, golly gee.
What's it called? Cricket? No, it's not cricket. I'm stupid. It's,
Nah, cricket's the one with the flat thing. That's the one. I'm looking about the one with the mallet.
Yes.
What's the one with the mallet? Croquet. Salmon croquettes?
It's not croquette.
Salmon croquettes.
It's croquet.
So croquet.
Isn't it?
Croquet. It's like a bird. Croquet.
I don't freaking know.
Me neither, man. The little ones with the little
little
yeah, the little square.
Yeah, it's croquet.
Rectangle thing. Croquet. Hey, you
I
want to play
assume
some?
that's how you say it.
You want to play some croquet? No, I can't do the right accent. Peep,
Yeah,
peep,
what are you
cheerio.
doing?
Hello, would you like to play croquet? We could play croquet. It still sounds off. I don't know what's going on.
Here. Yeah, that we're saying it right. Hold on.
Croquet.
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 Croquet. Would you like to play croquet?
Croquet.
Croquet.
I've always like kind of wanted to play. Was it Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I want to play.
That movie is like not interesting.
No, I used to love it when I was little.
I think a lot of people choose that. It's like, okay. Here's certain things that people choose as a personality trait, okay? Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh my god.
Invader Zim.
Yes.
Those are the things
I went to school with so many Nightmare Before Christmas and Invader Zims.
It's like, bro, pick what. You're not that weird, okay? The only reason you're weird is because you don't shower.
You know.
And we know, like, there's a lot of us that don't shower daily, and we don't tell nobody, and you won't notice. But people like you be like, I don't shower because water.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's like, do you want to, like, they try to be different.
Try to be gross.
Try to be weird.
I never got the
There's
hype.
nothing wrong with either of those things, obviously.
Which
but
one? Not showering?
No, that's a problem.
I mean,
but
depends on the dailies.
well, but like Nightmare Before Christmas and
There's a
like
lot wrong
Invader
with it.
Zim and stuff. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like I know what you mean. Like it's funny that like that is a classification of people.
That's a personality trait for a lot of people. And
Because
it's weird.
people cling to like a certain thing, and for the emo kids, it was really big.
It's hefty.
Really big Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Jack and Sally. You know,
Rawr.
that was relationship goals, I guess.
We're dead together before Christmas. I don't think I've ever seen the movie.
I've never watched it all the way through.
I've seen parts of it and I'm like, I don't like this. Like not in a oh, I'm a concerned parent. I don't like this. I'm just like, this is not good. I don't know.
I've never watched it all the way through. I've seen like parts of it and like some of it, but I think I, maybe would fall asleep or just not be paying attention
It was easy to
anytime it was on. It reminds me of well, it's that style.
Tim Burton style.
Yeah, it's the James and the Giant Peach was similar.
Which I didn't like as a kid.
You were scared of.
Yeah, as a kid, I did not like that movie.
I
And you know
liked
what?
it. It creeped me out, but I still
See?
watched it over and over again. I liked it.
I didn't watch it because I was freaked out by it. And
Yeah.
to this day, I don't see the interest in why you would watch it.
I watched it several times.
And you said it's creepy, so obviously
Yeah.
there's a lot of creepiness in it. And why would I watch that as a kid?
Well, that makes sense. But I mean, it's like I like horror movies now. They're creepy, but I still watch them. I like them.
Top 5 horror movie. James and the Giant Peach, for sure.
James and the Giant Peach is my number one top horror movie.
Top horror movie right there. You saw how high that man was? It was a giant beanstalk.
What?
That's the Jack of the Beanstalk. My bad. Nope, sorry. I'm on the wrong
I mean, he was on a
movie.
giant peach that was like up in the air.
Yeah.
Because it was attached to seagulls or something.
What?
And it was in the air. It was flying. There was a bunch of seagulls on strings that was holding the peach way up in the air.
Nah, I'm done. Nah, I don't even
And then the spider.
I was getting Jack and the Beanstalk confused with James and the Giant Peach the whole time, and now it doesn't make any sense anymore.
Maybe. That's the thing.
I don't want any part of this now
Why?
because it sounds redundant. Like, why are we over here? Oh, he's got a giant peach. Like, only time I'm looking at a giant peach is on Instagram. I'm just kidding. No,
You're
I'm
not kidding.
I am kidding.
Which is
actually.
fine. I don't care.
Actually,
But
I am kidding because I don't follow pages like that. I follow
you
meme
see
pages.
butt on your.
Only because I follow meme pages
Instagram
and
all the
people
time.
people be buying sponsorships on there.
And what's funny is you see butts all the time, especially if you're trying to show me something on your
Yeah.
phone. A butt always pops up,
That's the only time.
and I'm like,
that
I
pops up.
appreciate that. And sometimes you send me the butts,
I do.
and I'm like, I appreciate you sending me the butts that come up on.
I'm
your
just like, if
Instagram.
I'm gonna see it, you have to see it too.
I'm not.
It doesn't feel dirty that way.
I'm not mad at that.
Like if I'm ever on the hub, I'll just send you the link afterwards.
Yeah. Do I want to see the link?
No, definitely not.
I don't think I'd want to know your searches. I'm good.
I could tell you.
That's not my business.
I could tell you on top of my head right now.
That's not my business. Thank you.
You sure?
Positive.
So there's this one.
That's not my business.
Okay, fine. If you would like a separate podcast where I tell you all about my...
I don't. Oh, the guy that wrote James and the Giant Peach.
James Earl Jones.
What?
James Earl Jones.
No. Roald Dahl, which is the same person that wrote Willy Wonka.
You know what? Another
Charlie
movie I don't
and the
like.
Chocolate Factory.
Another movies I don't like.
You didn't like either one of them?
Nope.
I like both of them.
Mm-mm.
Something about them has like a creepy feel to it. Maybe it's just that
British.
man's things, huh?
British.
They're not British.
I feel it gives me Oliver Twist feels. All the movies give me Oliver Twist feels. So every time I see a movie like that,
wrote Matilda and Fantastic Mr.
I
Fox.
do like Matilda.
I did not know this man wrote all the. I thought these were just movies that were made. Holy crap!
What?
I've learned things.
I thought these were movies that were made. What?
Like not come from books. I thought they were
Oh.
just like a screenplay somebody thought of. Like I didn't realize it was a children's book.
It's over here. I thought these were movies
Shut
that were
up.
made.
You
They
know what I
are
meant.
movies that were made. Congratulations.
You know what? Shut up.
You found out how
Oh.
things are existing.
It's a British author. You said it felt British.
Mm-hmm.
What does that even mean?
It feels British. It feels old British, and I don't like it. The only one out of that I like is Matilda.
Oh.
But everything else feels gross, dirty, old. Like everything's about an orphanage. Everything's got to be twisted and dark and ugh.
I see.
It's like DC vibes.
He died in 1990. He
Good.
was born in Stop. He was born in 1916. Was he problematic at all?
Probably.
I'm curious. Yeah, I know.
British as hell.
Oh, Penguin to publish classic Roald Dahl books after backlash.
What's the backlash?
I don't know. Let me.
Hit me
This
with the
was an
backlash.
article from one day ago. Let's see.
That was quick.
Okay. Penguin Random House announced Friday it will publish classic. Why did you do that? Unexpurgated. Do I not? Unexpurgated versions of Roald Dahl's children's novels after it received criticism for cuts and rewrites that were intended to make the books suitable for modern readers. So there was backlash from Penguin Random House because the cuts and rewrites to make it more suitable for modern readers. So they want the classic collections so they could choose which one. Okay, Charlie and Chocolate Factory. I mean, if he was born in 1916, I'm
No, for
sure
sure.
it
Yeah,
would be more difficult for a child to read now. Well, that makes sense to do that then, but I guess I get...
I mean, okay, so wait.
Oh, wait. Oh, Augustus Gloop, Charlie's gluttonous antagonist in Charlie and Chocolate Factory, originally published in 1964, became enormous rather than enormously fat. Oh my God, let it be changed to enormous instead of enormously fat. It says, in Witches, an old hag became an old crow instead of calling her an old hag because supernatural female posing as an ordinary woman may be a top scientist or running a business instead of a cashier in a supermarket, or type in for businessmen. That's what this says. In Mr. Fox, the word black was removed from a description of the murderous, brutal-looking tractors. Well, that makes sense to change those things.
Yeah.
Those make sense for now if you're... I don't see... It's just small... It's just small words being... Why would people be mad? Okay, I'm with Penguin Random House that they should leave the rewrites and the cuts.
Waddle, waddle.
And they should change it to where it's better.
I mean, listen. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Are those books gone?
No.
So you can still...
Like, they could literally just buy
You
them.
can still buy the original books. Okay, then what's the problem?
I have no idea.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I
all
feel
this stuff,
like-
they're like, everything's woke. Everything's woke. The original still exists.
It's like, go buy the original then. But no, I don't know why they would have backlash about trying to make it nicer and more, like,
Yeah.
more sensitive.
Because guess what? If the person doesn't want to read the newer one, they can read the old one. It's not like it doesn't exist
Literally.
anymore. The same thing with Little Mermaid. They're like, Little Mermaid's black. It's like, you can still watch the original.
Ooh.
It's fine. Why are you making that face?
It says he died in 1990. He's also a controversial figure because of anti-Semitic comments made throughout his life. Well, I guess I don't. There's a reason you didn't like James and the Giant. Fine.
And see?
I don't like it now.
I know these things because deep down.
His family apologized in 2020. 2021, his estate sold the rights to the books to Netflix, which plans to produce a new generation of films based on the stories. Okay, so maybe they're going to make new ones that are better and not problematic.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? If I ever make a podcast where I'm saying off the wall stuff, all right? When I die, 30 to 40 years later, I do not want my family to apologize for me, okay? Because I said what I meant what I said. Okay?
Okay.
I meant what I said.
Right.
You can't apologize. You can't, that's like if Ronan was to apologize for things I said on the last episode of the podcast. You can't do that. If they're a bad person, they're a bad person. You can't just be like, well, the family apologizes.
Well, maybe they're being like, listen,
we're
not like him. We're apologizing on behalf of him because I want you to know we're not problematic.
That's
like
two different things. You'd be like, hey, that dude was a wackadoodle. All right, we completely understand where you're coming
from. That's with everything. So I was like, these stories was written a long time ago. He was born in 1916. There's probably problematic stuff. I've never read the books. I didn't even know they were books. I just thought they were like
movies that were made.
Some kids shut the hell up. Some person made this kid's movie. So I was like, okay, then like I like this, but I was like, oh, there's got to be something controversial in the original books. There may even be in the movies, but I just didn't catch it because I haven't seen them since I was a kid.
I mean, honestly, I don't know. It's just I don't like feeling cold watching a movie.
Yeah, I get icky feelings watching stuff that was from a long time ago, and because they have like awful references and like work, and it makes me, I'm like, okay, this is not enjoyable. I don't like this. I don't want to watch this anymore.
What was that one show that always had that guy that's always like, one day, bam, zoom, straight to the moon?
I have no idea.
He was always talking to his wife about like the man was mad abusive, and everybody was like, classic comedy. Honeymooners? No. Ooh, that might be right.
Ooh, that might be right. I think that show's in like, that movie's in black, or that show
the show's in black and white. The show I'm talking about is in black and white. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, The Honeymooners. Let me see. This one?
Yes, absolutely.
It only had one season. Well, it came out in 1955, so I guarantee
how many episodes was in a season back then,
Let me see.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I feel like it's weird that people are like, everything's so woke now. It's like, bro, you learn not to do certain things as you continue.
39 episodes.
That's what I figured. Season. They didn't know how to make seasons. They were just making episodes.
It's like there's nothing wrong with learning new things and being like, that was not okay.
Right.
That's what society's supposed to do to progress. You learn from mistakes and be like, that's not okay. Let's do better moving forward. I don't understand why people hate that. I'm like, can you imagine? No.
To this day.
You're supposed to do that. That's how we get better. That's how people get better.
Right. It's like number one comedy. It's always the most laughs you're going to get is if you have domestic violence in your show. Okay. So you're going to have the husband come home and be like, oh, I ought to punch you dead in your eye.
It's like, what? This is not funny. Well, the crazy thing is people were like, haha, that's hilarious. And people were really doing that and getting away with it. Then.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. It's like, the more you, like, most people.
That or something racist, some racist joke.
And I was
like,
going to say
it's not funny.
The more you see it on TV, the more normalized it will become in the sense of negativity. Because you have these things like, oh, this is supposed to be funny. Oh, this is supposed to be funny. So, like, you're like, oh, okay, so this is okay. When people start changing that, you're like, you're taking away my humor.
It's like, no, we're trying to get you to understand that shit's not okay.
Yeah, it's like...
Also, it's like whenever you're young, right, and you watch Not Another Teen Movie or, like, American Pie, you're like, ha, 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 ha.
Yeah.
And then you watch it now and you're like, yikes. Ooh. Every other second, I'm like, ooh. Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay. Oh, ew. Oh, my...
Let me dub this over right quick, okay?
Like, it's like, holy crap. Like, I watched that as, like, a kid.
Me too.
Way too young.
Yeah, I was like 8.
Like, and then you get older and you're like, holy crap, this is horrible.
Yeah.
And some people still want to be like, why you gotta make... It's like, no, it's okay to say it's horrible and that shit's not funny anymore. I mean, not that it was ever funny. It's just we were conditioned to find awful things funny.
The same excuse would be...
What?
The same way you go, I don't want to see them talking about TikTok and stuff in the real world. They're like, that's what people do with like TV shows. They're like, I don't want to see all the gay people and like everybody's gay now on TV.
Which is so weird. It's like, did you know that gay people have always existed?
Not where I'm from.
It's like, no, they did. They just kept it quiet because they're scared of people like you.
I've lived in 3 states, 0 gay people there.
Yes, 0 gay people in 3 states.
I've lived in New York, Florida, and California.
No gay
Never
people,
a gay
any
person.
Of those.
Except for if you go to Miami. There was a couple gay people there, but it was like 2 or 3.
That's it.
that's
2 or 3 gay people.
There's that. And now everything wants to have like pride.
I'm like, it's so bizarre that people are like, why we gotta see this in our shows. I'm like, it's real life.
It's because it's real life, man.
Gay people are just existing. Like, what's wrong with them just existing in a show because they exist in real life?
Yeah. No, like, the funny thing to me,
people are crazy to be like, ooh.
When people be like, this is woke. No, it means that it's not from your perspective. Yeah. That's all they're saying.
And I love that the people that say that, they live in a town with maybe like 3,000 people in it max and have never traveled outside of their small little bubble. Right. They've barely been outside their town, probably not outside their state. It's like, your perspective is so small. And the world doesn't revolve around you and your little 3,000 person town.
And here's the thing. There are people that live in big cities that still have the ideology.
That's true, which is crazy.
Which is what boosts the people that live in the small towns. They're like, well, they live in a big city, so they obviously have seen more people, so obviously they know. So I'm right, they're right.
They're probably going to places that cater to their type of thinking, like churches. Don't get me started on churches, but and like in their own little bubble of friends and people that have the same idea. So yeah, they may be in a bigger city, but they're still staying around people in their tiny little idiot bubble.
Yeah, you keep it small. Like there's a lot of people that never have had like black friends, and
which is so crazy. Like, how? What do you mean?
How? Also, another thing, it's the same thing. It's just, I feel like it jumps one thing to another, because there's like a lot of people that be like, I lived in 2 states and 2 cities, no black people. And they're like, because when I was a kid, there was no black people growing up. Yeah, because everybody chased them out of the towns. Like, right. That's literally what people did.
It's like, honey, you lived in a racist town. That's why. Right, yeah. Why would they want to live there when people are going to try to hate crime them?
Right. And it's like, why would gay people be any different?
Exactly.
Oh, you're not in a town that makes me feel comfortable? I'm going to leave.
No shit. Or either some people just stay in the closet forever because they're scared of people. And that's so sad.
You get married, have kids, then they find another person
miserable.
Another person that's closeted, then they find each other and they just start, having an affair, and then everybody finds out, and then somehow it's like, how did this happen? It must be in the water.
How did this happen?
How did this
must be in the water?
Must be in the water. What water do you drink? I'm not drinking that water.
You know Alex Jones and the gay frogs or something? The gay frogs, yeah. God, it's like...
Those frogs sit in the water. It's going to get to people.
I don't even, like...
Yeah. That's wild to me.
I don't even have anything to say about that. That's just crazy.
It's just like, it's not hard to just accept people.
It's not.
And
it's
just be like, cool, man. Like, even if you don't, like, I don't get why you wouldn't 100% be like, all right, whatever. That's fine.
It's literally not your life to worry about.
It's not your, like, you have nothing to do with it. Like, there's nothing for you to do.
Like,
you may have to change a little bit of your verbiage, but that's it.
People need to change their verbiage anyways.
For sure. Absolutely agree.
Like, it's just... Ugh, I don't know. Like, I don't understand. Like, how do people be like, I don't agree with gay marriage? I'm like, what do you mean you don't agree? You're not getting married to someone of your same sex.
Wait a minute.
What is there to agree or not agree with? How about you do what you want and everybody else does what they want and you mind your business?
Who told you to stand up there?
That's what who told you? Well, if someone proposed to you, you could just say no. You don't want to get married.
I don't believe in gay marriage, and here I am standing up here with these priests.
I just think it's funny to be like, I don't believe it. Like, it's a unicorn. Like, what do you mean you don't believe in it? What does that mean? Like, if
I close my eyes really hard, it'll disappear.
It's like, what?
It's only in fairy tales.
It's only in fairy. Like, what do you mean? I don't believe in it. Well, I don't believe in a lot of things that some people that say they don't believe in that believe in.
They're like, I don't believe in astrology. I don't believe in unicorns. I don't believe in gay marriage. It's like what?
It's like that doesn't go on that list.
Those aren't things that exist.
I don't believe in vampires. I don't believe in werewolves.
I don't believe in black people.
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, you can't tell me a black person exists. You know?
It's like, what are you saying?
What? Bro, this is wild.
People are insane.
Yeah, it's a whole ordeal.
I feel like it's a frustrating world we live in.
It really is.
Because
you know who is not frustrating to?
People can't just let people be.
It's not frustrating to the people that are bigoted in the sense.
No, it's not frustrating to them.
Because it's like they really are just like everything is. It's frustrating because they're like everything is this now.
But generally, they get their way.
Yeah, all the time.
That's why it's not frustrating.
It's not frustrating. You're fine. Like you find 3 things that go against what you like, and then go, this is everywhere. It's like, why are you watching it? I had to watch it to see what was in it and make sure it was appropriate for anybody else to see.
It's like on the hub?
I had to make sure.
I don't like seeing that. Well, stop searching it.
How would I know if I don't like gay stuff? If I don't watch copious amounts of gay stuff? Like, duh.
Right.
If I never make out with 12 men in a bar,
how will I know I don't like it?
How will I know if I don't like it?
I mean, that's fair.
That's actually very progressive.
That's fair.
Actually. That's very progressive of you.
That is progressive.
You know what?
You might as well. I think you should try it.
Try it. Maybe. I don't know. See,
I'm like, that's another thing I think is weird when people ask a gay person or make that comment, especially dudes to gay women, to be how do you know? You should try it. I could make you try. It's like, what do you mean? Well, okay, have you tried the opposite then to see if you like that?
What? No.
I'm not gay. Like, don't ask stupid questions. Oh shit, it's about to die. I didn't plug it up. Oh. It's right over there. Where I'm just gonna talk while Sid runs to get my laptop charger because I forgot to plug it in. I knew we were forgetting something. I knew there was like one step we missed.
You're vamping.
I am vamping. And it's going really well, I think. I am an excellent co-host. And I think we should call this one the woke episode. Yeah. And see if that makes people watch it and rile them up good. I love that. I love to rile up people. No, I just can't understand the being against things that literally have nothing to do with you. Absolutely I think everyone should be happy, live their life how they want, as long as they're not like murderers. When I say live your life how you want, I mean don't be a serial killer if that's what you want, but like relationship wise, date who you want,
but
sleep with who you
people
want.
love serial killers.
That's
the confusing part.
They love serial killers, but they don't like gay people.
Hate the gays, love serial killers. It's wild.
It's like you pick. Okay, you're fine with
weird heels.
You're obsessed. Yeah, weird heels to die on. Like I love these serial killers. Okay, well, what about people wanting to be able to love who they want? No, I don't like that. It's like okay, all right, well,
that's inappropriate.
People see this is why I can't go on like Facebook sometimes because I see stuff and it enrages me and I'm like I want to punch every single one of these people in the face.
That makes sense.
It just like I see stupid stuff shared and I'm like this makes me so angry. And then sometimes I see stuff shared by people that I wouldn't expect to share it and it's like well why don't you just unfriend these people? See I had this idea. where I was going to keep people that, so I could take a picture of their post and talk about how stupid it is on either like TikTok or YouTube videos. That's the only reason I keep these people on my friends list. Hopefully those people don't listen to this and then delete me so I can't look at their stupid post. But if they do, good riddance. Then I don't have to look at their stupid post, but then I don't have anything to talk about. But
that makes sense.
It enrages me. It makes me very angry. And it makes me want to scream at people. And sometimes I just have to like close the app and be like, I cannot be on here anymore today because my blood pressure is raised.
See, I can't do it. I gotta do it the opposite way. I like to be happy.
Yeah.
So whenever I see somebody post something that I don't necessarily vibe with, I will unfriend them.
I have unfriended a lot of people, or I mute them, where I don't have to see it on my timeline. But if I'm like, this person shares ignorant stuff, I'm gonna go to their profile and find some ignorant stuff that I could talk about why it's so ignorant.
Because
most of what I see now is like funny post from KJ and Josie, and then also stuff about the Crave book or Gilmore Girls or One Tree Hill, because I'm in Facebook groups because I'm a freaking nerd. So
I'm in Facebook groups too.
That's true, you are in Facebook groups. But so I'm like, yay, Gilmore Girl post, One Tree Hill post, Crave the book post. Love that.
I'm in guitar.
That's what I go on Facebook for.
Guitar groups. So I see a lot of people asking, how do you make a G chord? Now, what is the progression of the fifths? And I'm like, bro, I'm not even at that point.
Aren't you also in like a Marvel group and like a Naruto group?
Marvel meme group.
The
Naruto group hasn't posted that much lately.
Really?
I'm in a Saints Row group, and they just post clips and pictures of the game. So it's just like, it's random.
Where was that one? There was one that Matthew told us to join, I think. It was like crossover post. It was like memes, like different universes put together.
That makes sense.
And I can't remember if I joined it or not. I have to look.
I made a big booties community. Would you want to join that?
Well, I don't think I qualify.
I mean, no, for posting.
Oh, for us to just
look
exchange
at big booties. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah.
I saw this one today,
Can you imagine if that's really what you right? Can you imagine if there probably is something out there like that?
No, for sure there probably is. It's wild.
My faith in humanity goes down every day.
Mine gets restored every day.
Does it?
Yeah.
Mine doesn't.
Because I'll see something and I go, huh.
Every once in a while, I'll see something very wholesome, and I'm like, oh, faith in humanity goes up a notch. But then I see other stuff, and it goes down like 10 notches.
See, the problem is, like, I can't, like, you couldn't ask me to name something that did that.
Yeah.
But if you name something, I can name something that did the opposite rather easily. But, that's just the way life is.
Where the cookie crumbles.
The cookie crumble cookies.
I've never tried those. What's the hype with those? I actually want to know because people like rant and rave about them so much, and I'm like, are they that good? I think there's one at the beach.
Bro, listen.
I think this is close.
I'm 100% convinced that any cookie that like people are hyped about is not that good.
I have seen some people say, somebody was like, it's not worth the hype.
It's overhyped.
Yeah, okay, because as much as people hype it up, I want that thing, oh my God, I want to eat it and just like, it's euphoric. It tastes so good, and I don't think that's what's going to happen.
You know what it reminds me of?
What?
New York pizza.
You don't know. You've never tried it.
And same with crumble, but people just hype it up. That's all people talk about. The crumble cookies are so good. The New York pizza is so good. Two episodes ago.
Not 2 episodes, is it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Crumble cookies near me. That's why
You've been a Google fiend this episode. Mm-hmm. You've been on Google more than on the podcast this episode.
Well, because I've had a lot of things to look up. Also, let's see. There's not one. Yeah, the closest one is... Oh, there's one in Lexington.
That's far.
I mean, it is far, but it's closer than the beach.
Yeah. No, that's...
I'd rather go to the beach, though.
I think they'll send them to you.
Will they? Like, mail them?
Yeah, I think so.
They get jacked up, and they're not going to be fresh. Next time we go to the beach, we'll have to try it, at least buy, like, one cookie, and if it's not amazing, I'm going to be upset.
I'm not trying to spend $18 on a cookie.
I don't think they're that much.
Hold on. A batch of, like, 6 is, like, $50.
Nuh-uh.
I think so. Like, I think they're pretty expensive cookies, and it doesn't make sense. I
No,
mean,
if
honestly,
they're that
no.
much, I will not be getting them
It
because that
makes
is
sense
nonsensical.
how they stay in business. If you sell cookies for $8 a cookie,
Oh, okay.
what are they?
6 large warm gourmet cookies, $15.78.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
No, it's not that bad.
Actually, that's pretty bad. That's awful.
Well, actually, that is a lot for just 6 cookies, but they're big cookies. But if you get any cookies from like a bakery or something like that, they're expensive.
I don't ever do that.
I don't either. I mean, that is kind of a lot.
That's a lot.
But I would. Well, you can get a 4-pack for $10. We could get if that's the smallest, we could get
4-pack for $10.
Yeah, we could get 4 for $10, or either just try one cookie just to try.
How much is one cookie? I mean, $2 and something. $3 or something.
God, a party box of 12 is $26.
Yeah. Okay. So 6 cookies is $15.
The shortest shortest. The smallest says 4-pack box, so I don't know. Maybe you have to get at least 4.
4 divided by 10.
$10.98 divided by 4.
It's
$2.75.
That's what I thought.
Well, $2.74. That's not that bad.
I mean, like, you know,
for one big cookie, $2 or something. It seems like expensive for cookies, but
it is.
I think they're really big, so that makes sense then.
See, because you know, you go to Walmart and you get regular cookies in a pack for like $3-4. It's all easy.
But they're not freshly baked. Wasn't there some controversy with them? Like they were using box cake mix or something?
Yeah, that's what they use.
I want to use box cake mix to make cookies because people say those are really good and they're like soft.
Yeah, we'll just do that here and not use crumble because that takes $1 and something.
I would rather do that because I have been on like a baking streak lately. Been loving bacon.
You've been on a baking streak with your bacon sheets.
I was trying to think of something to go, but I couldn't. Can you hear me shaking my leg as I'm moving this?
I mean, yeah.
Like through the mic?
Yeah.
Okay, let me stop. I just have to pee really bad.
You have to pee. All right, so we can wrap this up.
Well, we're over an hour, so.
Damn, I was trying to go 45.
An hour and 1 minute and 45 seconds. We'll wrap this one up. We'll get back to you on the next one. I'm going to go pee.
Try to be more hilarious on another one. This was kind of a weird kind of a...
It was like kind of funny, kind of...
political, you know what I'm saying?
I love to get political.
I know you do. I don't, but like sometimes I be leading it for some reason. I forget you take it. You run with it because you like, I got things to say.
I got things to say about people that be making me mad.
People make me mad all the time.
Yeah. Moral of the whole, you know, take this lesson with you. Mind your fucking business and let people live their life how they want.
Kevin Hart said that.
Is that what he said?
Business,
oh, yeah.
No titty, no nipple.
Exactly.
Yeah,
do that. Mind your fucking business. People deserve to be happy. People deserve all the same rights. Gay people deserve rights. Trans people deserve rights. Non-binary people deserve rights. Any LGBTQIA plus community all deserves rights.
You know, as the iconic...
Black people should not be murdered by cops all the time.
Oh, okay, listen. I'm trying to get to the point.
I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
As the iconic, legendary character said, be happy, be healthy. Do you know who said that?
I do. Wait.
The Cheerios Bee.
The Cheerios
Honey Nut
Bee.
Cheerio
Yeah,
Bee.
exactly.
Exactly. He's the mascot for the world. Be happy, be healthy.
And women deserve rights over their own body. You know, I'm just gonna.
That's the healthy part.
Yeah. I was just trying to make sure I covered all
my
bases.
Happy and healthy part.
Poor people deserve rights and to not suffer in poverty. I'm sorry.
Poor people should never laugh.
Poor people should never laugh.
I'll be snickering though.
I better stop laughing then.
I be trying not to, but I can't help it. Sometimes you gotta laugh. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, Nikki, but sometimes you gotta laugh.
But yeah, so mind your business. Let people be happy. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but yeah. All right, guys. See you on the next episode of
Significant Bothers.